Hello everyone, pets have been introduced into Survivor.io, and today we're going to be going over every little thing that you need to know about them. I'm going to try to make this as simple as possible for you, but make sure you stick around the end because we have 2 tips for you that are really going to stop you from making stupid mistakes. Currently there's only one way to get pets, and that's from these chests inside, let's just call it the pet cemetery. We can get 3 free pets a day from our blue chest, and we can go and obviously spend some gems on our purple chest. Now the free chest is going to give a 55% chance at normal, 35% at good, and 10% at better. And our paid chest is going to give a 60% chance at good, 30% at better, and 10% at excellent. If you want to see these actual stats of them, just go change your language over to the Korean language and go back into it. When it comes to your pet's attack and health, this is all going to be based by the rarity that it is. And even the amount of damage that the pet does with its special attack will also be dependent on the rarity. Each pet will also have deploy skills and an assist skill. We're going to go over the pet's attack and their deploy skills first. And all these pets we will be testing out at excellent rarity. Going in with Rex, he's going to bark out 3 waves, and it looks like this pierces all enemies in kind of a medium range. At excellent, it's going to have an initial 250% attack, and then every time our player level goes up 1, it's going to gain an additional 25%. And that 25% increase looks to be pretty standard across all these excellent pets. And the cooldown for this attack is going to be 1 second, and I did slow down the footage and confirm, yes, it is 1 second. When we have Rex placed in our deploy spot, our survivor is going to be getting an increase of 3% to the crit rate and 6% to the crit rate damage. And we'll talk about which pets I think are best after we go through them all. Moving on to Cheshire, this is going to be a long range attack, and this also looks like it pierces all the enemies. This one is going to have a 200% attack with a 25% increase in each level, and the cooldown on this is only half a second. Although where Rex's deploy stats were for the owner, this one is going to be for the pet itself, and it's going to give an additional attack and crit rate of 15% plus a pet health of 10%. And we can see a difference in health just by switching between 2 different pets, but we don't actually see any difference in the attack, and it's really weird how they word it saying attack and skill damage, especially seeing how the attack and skill are really the only attack inside the game. Moving on to DD6, this is going to be 3 shots fired out, and these are going to be super long shots with no pierce. And the cooldown is going to be 1 second. And this is going to be another one where we have that pet and attack skill cooldown by 15%, but this one will also have a pet revival time of 20% quicker. Now when it comes to Nemo, this one is going to be a little bit different. This is going to be a long range attack, and it's going to have an initial hit, which is DPS, followed by an AoE attack. So whenever you hit an enemy, if you don't kill them, you'll be seeing 2 numbers on the screen. Nemo's going to have a 1 second cooldown, and for the deploy skills, we're going to have a 5% experience increase, meaning that when you get biofuel, it's going to help you level up a little faster. And this is going to come with a collision damage of 10%, meaning that if an enemy runs into you, you'll be taking 10% less damage. And I think I forgot to mention it, but DD6 is going to have a 400% attack plus that 25% per hit, and Nemo's going to have a 200% plus that 25% per hit. Moving on to Shelly, this is going to be a large AoE with no range at all, meaning that the hits are going to be coming right where Shelly is, but there is a good distance spread on what's going to get hit. This is going to be 300% damage plus that 25% per level in that area that gets smacked onto the ground. And this is going to have a 1 second cooldown. Now for the reductions itself, it's going to have both shot and collision reduction, meaning that it's going to have a 10% overall reduction to hits. Moving on to America, this is going to be a mid-range, medium-sized attack where we launch out this kind of tornado wind thing. And this is going to do 300% damage plus that 25% and penetrate anything within its way. The deploy skills are going to make this pet bigger, increase the pet's attack and skill range by 15%, and increase the pet's attack damage by 15%. Once again, if we put it in deploy, you won't see any difference in that attack number. For Croaky, this is going to be another AoE, but this is going to be more of a medium range one, and this is going to be 200% damage plus our 25% per second for up to 2 seconds, meaning that if an enemy walks into this poison, they're going to take 2 hits for that damage. And this is going to have a 1 second cooldown on it, and it's going to come with an owner's skill damage of plus 3%, which is kind of nice in my opinion. And just like Cheshire the cat, we also have the 10% HP for the pet, which you'll see when you equip it. Our last pet is going to be Krababo, and this is going to be a medium range, medium size with 500% attack plus that 25% per level, and this will pierce up to 2 enemies. Although this will be the longest cooldown we've seen of 1.5 seconds, and this is going to have pet lifesteal of 1% per the damage done, And we'll also have the increase of pet's attack damage by 15%. Once again, we won't see that in the stats. Before we move into the assist skills, I do want to say that I find Crabobble and Croaky to be the best, where I find Shelly to be the worst. And that's just my personal opinion based by what I've played for today. For the assist skills, there's 5 different ones, and this can be a little bit confusing because both Boost and Powerful look pretty identical. And every single pet inside the game can have a different one of these assist modifiers. For the boost skill, our pet's going to get an attack and skill range increased by 6% every time our hero goes up 5 levels. And because we start off at level 1, you'll be seeing that change at level 6, level 11, and so on. For the powerful, it's going to seem pretty similar, but this is going to be attack and skill damage is going to be increased by 6%. So remember, 1 for range, 1 for damage. For durable, this is going to be pet's shot duration is going to be increased by 10%, which is going to be how long you see it on the screen. And just like the other two, that's also going to be every 5 levels. For strong, the pet's going to get an additional 12% health every 5 levels. And for penetration, this is going to increase penetration units of pet shots by 1 every 8 levels. Now, a couple of things to keep in mind here, there's already a bunch of pets that had that penetration, so this makes it a little bit useless for a majority of the pets. And the other thing to know too, things like our energy cube, our high power bullet, exo bracers, none of that stuff's going to apply to any of our pets' damage. There is also 4 different categories of pets, from a wolf head to a coin, turtle shell to a lion head, and there's no clear indication of what any of these things do. I think they just picked some symbols and threw them out there. For merging inside the game, it's similar to our weapons. Just keep in mind, if you're going up a rarity, you're going to need the same pet at the same plus level to take it to that next step. And we can get some of these pet cookies to level up the base stats of them. We can watch some ads and spend some coins, or if you're crazy enough, spend some gems. If you're feeling really brave, you can get the Pet Pass, which is going to give an initial 500 gems, followed by getting a pet key every single day. Not sure how long that lasts for, but I am staying away from this one. And when it comes to these assist skills, I'm a big believer of the boost and the powerful. I really think that they are the best 2 ones to go and throw on if you have the option to use them. Now, I did promise you a couple of tips if you stuck around the end, and the first one has to do with merging. Because there's no clear indication of what assist modifier each pet has when we go to merge, simply go find that pet and just take it up 1 level. Just like gear inside the game, we can go and recycle our resources and get them all back. We're not losing anything. But this is a clearer way to know that, hey, this is the pet I want to take up to the next level, and all those level 1s, these are the ones I can go and get rid of. The other one is going to have to do with in battle. When you're going and playing, you'll notice that your pet dies a lot, and in order to bring your pet back, all you gotta do is just stand on the circle, kind of like we see in co-op. And I found a lot of people are doing one thing, and I even did it myself, and that's going and trying to revive your pet every single time it dies. It's called Survivor.io for a reason, because we're trying to survive. Don't go running into harm's way to just go and try to heal this thing up to do the little damage that it does. If your pet dies, wait till a boss comes up, or wait for those kind of in between, like the 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 7 minute, where it says zombies incoming and the screen kind of clears out for a minute. If you have any tips that you want to add, post them in the comments below, and if you didn't know, Snaker just had an update too. I'll post it in this video right over here. You gotta check it out. Thanks for watching, and remember, I pick my butt.